Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome to my channel. So today I have a little bit of a full day of eating for you guys. I'm also going to show you how you can calculate your own macros to reach your goals. So don't forget to subscribe so you can see any future videos, as well as clicking down the bell notification so that you don't miss any future videos with me. Continue watching to see the rest. This is my first day back on tracking, and I'm gonna bring you guys kind of along with me. So I was tracking like probably a couple months ago, trying to hit a surplus because I was wanting to gain in size. And then I started I think I only did that for like a couple weeks to kind of give me a general idea of like how much I needed for my portions. And then I stick to like more of an intuitive eating because I was just trying to listen to my body, and that's what I found works best for me. But right now I'm going to be tracking my calories so that I'm in a little bit of a deficit, because I am wanting to lose just a little bit of body fat percentage while gaining in size. So I'm probably going to do this again for a couple weeks to kind of give me a general idea of how I need my portions to be. Again, this is just what I find works best for me. I, however, am not going to be sharing with you the exact breakdown of my macros that I'm going to be doing for myself, because I don't want someone to believe that this is exactly how they need to be eating in order to reach their goals. I will at some point today be sharing how you can reach your goals with the macros and how to calculate them so that you can do it on yourself and give yourself the exact macros that your body and lifestyle and all that needs. So come along with me. So for breakfast, as you've seen, we just have 2 packets of oats and just mixing up some peanut butter in here. I like it to sit kind of in the bowl first before I mix it around, because then it allows it to melt in there first. But first thing we are eating, getting in those carbs first thing in the morning, definitely helps me throughout the day. So as I promised, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can calculate your very own macros to reach your goals. So I have pulled up a website up here that is going to help us find your maintenance calories, and I'll show you the website and kind of how it works so that you get a general idea. But for a range, depending on what your goals are, you'll either need to lower or raise your calories. So if you're wanting to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit, which means you are going to be minusing calories from your maintenance. Typically, you don't want to do any more than 500 calories lowered, and a good starting point would be to lower 200 calories from your maintenance. So when you start out that 200 calories, you might notice results happening within the first couple weeks, maybe even a little bit longer. And if you do start to feel like you are plateauing, that's when you are going to start pulling a little bit more calories from that. But again, you don't want to go any deeper than 500 calories lost, because your body does eventually end up adapting to the calories that you have been giving it. So if you are continuously wanting to lose weight, you're gonna just have to continuously keep pulling macros and calories from your meals, which means eventually you can lead to like hormonal imbalances, low energy, skin not looking the best, and just a whole bunch of other issues that will come into that. So try not to go any deeper than 500 calories below. Once you hit that 500 calories below, if you feel like you're at a plateau, what you are going to do is a reverse diet, which means you are slowly going to add calories back into your diet until you reach that maintenance calories once again. And the slower that you do that, the less likely you are to gain the weight back. You'll still be able to lose fat, not even just weight on the scale,
but you'll be able to lose fat, so you still be able to remain lean. Once you stayed at that maintenance, you can, again, if you feel like you need to be back in a calorie deficit, you can work your way back again, but we can't just keep pulling calories. It's super unrealistic to do that. And then kind of same goes for when you're in a surplus. So you need to be 200 to 500 above your maintenance calories. So again, starting out at the lower end and then slowly adding calories back in. And again, if you hit a plateau, you are just going to have to slowly increase more food. If you do find that you're gaining weight rapidly and you are wanting to cut it down a little bit, then just do a little bit of a bulk, or not a bulk, a little bit of a cut, and then just continue the process. So that's about it.
Here is the website that I am using. It is calculator.net. So it is a BMR calculator, which what BMR means is the amount of calories that your body needs to run just in order to do the things that you don't even think about. So like our blood flowing, our breathing, our digestion, all of that fun stuff. So we're just kind of use the example that they give us. Age 25, male, 5 feet 10 inches, 160 pounds. Their BMR, so the total amount of calories their body just needs to intake within a day for it to run, is around 1,700 calories. So as you can see in this little box here, they also include your activity level. So obviously if you're seated all the time, you don't complete any exercise, you are going to find that your maintenance calories is 2,000 calories. And then it just goes on from here, so you can see what your maintenance calories are. So let's say that our example person is exercising 1 to 3 times a week, so their maintenance calories would be that 2,361. And let's say they are wanting to lose weight, so they are going to start out at 21 calories and work their way down if needed. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to show you is just kind of a quick breakdown to how you can find out the exact macronutrients you are going to need. So your fat, your carbs, and your protein. Okay, so I pulled up this little picture to kind of give you guys a little bit of a visual. You don't have to worry about doing the step 1 and step 2 of this picture, because we already have figured that out depending on what your goal is. And then for the third step, you are going to set your protein goal, which is going to be your body weight times either 0.8 to 1 grams. That again will also be just depending on what you find works best for you. 0.8 would be the lowest I would do. So whatever you get, that's going to be the grams you need per day. To figure out what the calories are for that, you are going to go, so we'll just do this one. So you're going to go 112 times 4. So for protein, it is 1 gram equals 4 calories. So that is how you get that number. So keep that in mind for the 5th step. So your 4th step, again, your body weight times 4.5. You can also, again, play around with it. I made a little mistake in the video. I messed up on my ranges. So you want your fat range to be 0.3 to 0.5. Try not to go any higher and or lower than that. So whatever that is, you are going to times it by 9, because for fat, it is 1 gram equals 9 calories. So you're going to get this calorie range. And then for your step 5, you're going to find, you already know what you set your deficit to be, so you're going to find your deficit, minus that by your protein, minus what your fat calories were, and you are going to get this number, that's the total amount of calories, and you are going to divide that by 4, because for carbs, it is 1 gram equals 4 calories, which is going to give you whatever amount of calories, or not calories, sorry, the amount of carbs that you need. So as you can see here, you get a grand total. So I hope that helped you a little bit more to figure out kind of what you need. Okay, so for a snack, we are going to have some iced coffee. Had this in the freezer for a while, you can kind of see on the side. And then this Premier Protein, you've got to give it a shake until it no longer makes a sound. And then you're just going to pour it on in there. then I'm just gonna grab a straw. And then just try and forgot to record me putting it and assembling it together, but that's okay. So this is like our taco bowl that we have. We have avocado. I prefer mayonnaise over sour cream. It's so good. Salsa, cheese, extra lean ground beef with some taco seasoning. And then I did Mexican rice, which it is a lot higher in fat. So if you don't prefer having higher fats, I would just do white rice or brown rice. But let's dig in.
Dinner just arrived and let's go get it.
What's inside? So here's what I got. The chicken strips. They're my freaking favorite. And then I just got a junior bacon cheeseburger. Yum. So as you can tell, it's the next day. I did not finish my full day of eating. I actually really debated on whether I was just going to fully cut this video out to not do a full day of eating at all, but I wanted to because I wanted to be completely honest and realize that things like this happen, and I don't think a lot of like fitnessy influencers share that. And like there is no time that anyone's always going to be 100% on their macros or 100% perfect, but it doesn't mean that you're doing bad. It doesn't mean it's going to alter your goals that much. You have to look at the bigger picture. In the bigger picture, the majority of your days and most of your days you're going to be hitting those calories, so a few bumps in the road doesn't matter. But anyways, so towards the end of the day, I did not plan out my meals very well. I had 30 grams of protein left, when instead what I should have done was added in a little bit more protein in my morning so that by the end of the day I wouldn't have been so low in my protein. But again, you live and you learn. So now I'm going to start planning my meals in the morning, so I'm setting myself up for a little bit more of a success, especially since around this time I'm getting pretty close to my period, and ever since I've had my daughter, my periods are like they are super tolling on my emotions, and I don't know even how to explain it. Like obviously some of the guys won't understand, but maybe some girls do, but it just, I feel in such a depression state that I just, seeing that I only had 30 grams of protein left really made me feel like ashamed of myself. Like, why, you've done this before, you did this for years, why couldn't you do it today? So my fiance asked me if I wanted anything from the grocery store, and I was like, yeah, you know what, like get me chips and chocolate, and I ended up eating those. So I went over my calories, didn't hit my protein intake, felt kind of shitty about myself. And then as I was eating the chocolate and chips, and I was like, you know what, Taylor, you also didn't set yourself up for success. So have the chips and chocolate, whatever, but tomorrow's going to be better. Doesn't mean that you always need to use the excuse that tomorrow is going to be better, but you need to learn how to set yourself up for success so that when things like this happen, you'll have a little bit more either wiggle room where it's not like this huge gap. You can have a more of a general layout for your day. That's what I used to do. So that's just what I need to do now. But yeah, so I hope that me kind of sharing this with you guys makes you realize that if you do feel like you're being a failure because you have a hard time tracking macros, is that it's really not easy, even coming from someone who used to do it for years. And I don't have a shame in when I eat junk food, so I don't want to ever feel like that ever again. I just need to go back to the basics of what I used to do and start setting myself up for success when it comes to my days. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to press the like if you found any of this information
helpful to you, and or if you just even like the video. Leave a comment down below if you have a general idea of what you would like to see for any future videos and or questions, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.